Anyway, moving on to the nasty. There are a few comebacks or counterattacks or manipulative statements that you can use to your advantage if someone just won't leave you alone and is being legitimately abusive. So, and that does happen, unfortunately, even though sometimes they don't realize they're doing it. And I guess sometimes they do realize, but, anyway. They're marginalizing you, remember. So, they're telling you you're not feeling or experiencing what you are, and that how you want to live your life is not okay, and that they're going to interfere in any capacity that they possibly can to make you something that will please them. So if they keep doing this, don't be embarrassed to try these. All right. Let's see. I've got number one. You can start with, ask them, like, why are you obsessed with my sex life? Remind them that you're happy, and then turn the criticism on them. Be like, can't they think about anything besides you screwing? Are they consumed with this idea for some reason? I mean, seriously, put them on the defensive. And if this attack isn't happening one-on-one, then sometimes you can appeal to the others in the room and say, like, this guy's obsessed with my sex life. Like, every time we get together, he brings this up. It's like, what is up with that? And sometimes it works. Okay, number two, say something like, I guess you get off on condemning me. This is a method of, again, getting them on the run. So if they won't stop questioning you, and you make the conversation about why they're questioning you, sometimes that works. Questioning their integrity or their motivation, and you can even derail the conversation if you have to. I mean, I usually would never advocate derailing, but sometimes people stop behaving like animals when they get a taste of their own medicine. So they realize how it feels to be backed into a corner and, told, sorry, if you do X, that means Y, and it's ever so sad, but I guess it's the way you want it. So sometimes that works. Okay, number three of the nasties. Tell them, I think this is about you, not me. After all, remind them you're the one who is happy with the situation. So is this really about your health and happiness? No, because they're doing it for themselves and not for you. So ask them why you not having sex bothers them so much. And ask them if they want printouts of your nutrition or your fitness routines, or, if this is really about your health. So really, it's about them not being able to handle such a radical to them concept. And people hate being told they're thinking inside a box. So acting a little condescending while telling them that it's sad that they can't accept that someone is getting happiness a little differently, that usually really bothers them. So sometimes the ulterior motive is that the harassing person is trying to be a potential sex partner for you, and getting these kinds of people on the defensive by claiming, they're trying to bed you. That's often a game changer. That's a fun technique to do. They hate that too. Okay. Number four, nasty. Throw other assumptions in their face. This really helps a lot. I use this one more than probably any of the others when I have to be nasty. If they keep bringing up, oh, you'll meet someone, or if you tried it with me, you'd change your mind, or you need therapy, then you can counter that with, well, you're missing a few. I mean, when are you going to ask me if I'm a lesbian, or if my uncle raped me, or, whether I just got out of a bad relationship? I mean, remind them explicitly that you have heard these things multiple times, and again, you have them on the run. People hate realizing that they're not the first to come up with these arguments, and the fact that they're so common that certain people make videos about them. So, yes, we've thought of that. Yes, we're still asexual, and no, it's not our minds. That would have to change if we did. So, anyway. Number five of nasty suggestions. If you're dealing with a heterosexual, ask them if they're willing to try being gay. That's really fun. Turn questions that you've gotten around and throw them at the heterosexual person, and ask them, did something happen to you that you're so violently opposed to trying gay sex? Or ask them how they can be so sure they're not gay if they haven't tried it. Tell them they'd probably change their minds if they got hooked up with the right gay person who knew how to do gay sex right. All that fun stuff. Suggest they'd have to do it with multiple gay partners before you'd accept that they actually aren't gay. Ask why. Most importantly, ask why their ability to know that they wouldn't like it should be trusted if yours can't. Okay, and lastly, 6 of the nasty things is just end the conversation. It sounds easy, sometimes it's not easy, but end the conversation. A common way that these folks continue the attack is to repeatedly bring up the points that you have already debunked. So if you just sigh and tell them, well, I already addressed that, and you're not processing what I'm saying, so it looks like we can't have a real discussion about this topic. And then you just get up and leave. Or maybe tell them that they can come to you when they're ready to have a real discussion. And if they catch this reference, if they know Peanuts, you can say, like, apparently when you talk, all they hear is Charlie Brown, wah, wah, wah. And you don't want to pretend that you're having a conversation when what they want is a lecture from them to you. Anyway, occasionally the nasty can turn around and become the nice, if you can lead them back into a rational discussion about something like, okay, well, we can have, a real discussion about it, or you can lecture me about what I need to be happy, and then I'll deny it and we'll be back where we started, and that's your choice, Always err on the side of nice, but don't be afraid to bite people who are doubting your very ability to be believed when you're honest about your feelings. So, you don't always have to be the one to roll over and take it. You remember, they're making it harder for asexual people all over the world by reinforcing this status quo made up of their assumptions. So occasionally you can turn an unbeliever into an actual ally. And honestly, sometimes you never quite know which technique is going to ping the right brain cell in the detractors' minds. So try it all, and don't put up with their BS, because you have a right to be believed and accepted.